Hello and welcome to What the Hey, where I'm your regular host of What the Hey, and today on What the Hey, I'm once again answering yet another question. Now, when I go into the Magical Composition Book of Knowledge, I see the question of, what the hey is a fox? Now, this question was asked by Mr. 2007, so hello to you and thank you so much for asking the question. Now, as far as the basic description is concerned, foxes are basically small to medium-sized mammals that are mainly known for their ears and tails. There are 12 different true species of foxes and 25 other ones that look or are closely related to what foxes are known as. As far as I know, and from what I did in my research, true foxes are basically a type of fox that have the regular features that foxes do, like the long snout, the ears, and the bushy tail, and they all have basically one common ancestor. Now, in terms of like sciencey and fancy terms, foxes are in the kingdom Animalia and the specific family of Canidae, which sounds like Canada, but it's not. So I personally thought that foxes only ate meat, but they also can eat plants, which makes sense because I think I've heard that foxes eat berries, so they're omnivores. Foxes come in a very wide range of colors, and I'll list those now. Foxes can come in white, tan, red, black, gold, gray, black and white, and a few other colors, but those are the main ones. The word fox comes from like a European word called pook, I think is how you say that, and it means thick-haired tail, which makes a lot of sense when talking about a fox. Now it's time to go into some terminology so you can enhance your brain size. Let's go. Male foxes, female foxes, and baby foxes are all called different names, so I'll tell you what those are now. Male foxes are either called dogs, Tods, or Renards. I think Todd makes a lot of sense because if you've ever seen the movie Fox and the Hound, the main fox is called Todd, which that makes so much sense now. Female foxes are mainly known as vixens, which I think is like a cool name, so 10 out of 10, very nice. And finally, baby foxes are either known as cubs, pups, or kits, which is like really nice, and they're all really cute names, so it works out. In terms of how long foxes live, ones that are out in the wild tend to live for about 5 to 6 to 7 years. I read somewhere that like domesticated foxes can live for like 14 years, which I mean, I guess, but that sounds really old, but I guess. So I thought this was interesting. Foxes actually live a lot of places, like pretty much everywhere in the world except Antarctica because that's really cold. Now you may be thinking, and if you're not, that's okay, but there's a type of fox called like the Arctic fox, and I was like, oh, does it live there? No, it apparently does not. It lives in like really cold climates, so that just kind of explains it, I guess. But it's cool because like foxes are pretty universally known and recognized, and they're in like a lot of old culture and lore. Like specifically over in Asia, they have like the whole nine-tailed fox thing, which is cool. I know here in the States, and probably a lot of other places too, foxes are known to be like sneaky and cunning and sometimes seen as the villain in a lot of stories, but they're cool. I think it's over in Asia, they have like fox parks where you can just like go and feed foxes and they roam around. Like, how magical is that? Also, there was that big hit song, What Does the Fox Say? Here is actually what they sound like if you want to know. They just kind of like scream, which is cool. But yeah, that's basically the answer to the question, so if you have any questions, let me know and I'll get to answering them as soon as I can. So thank you so much for watching. Bye!